Glad that you're still watching KBC Channel 1. Welcome back to Good Morning Kenya. My name is Mike Migwe. Now, picture this. You go to a place that you queue for a service. What if that place becomes the place that your voice is heard nationwide? That is a bold idea behind the partnership between Kenya Broadcasting Corporation and Huduma Kenya. The idea is to bring the national broadcaster's presence right into the heartbeat of the Huduma Kenya ecosystem. And that forms the basis of our conversation today. And in studio, I'm joined by Kenya Broadcasting Managing Director, that is Madam Agnes Kaleche. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
How are you doing this morning?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I am great. And also Ben Kai Chilomo, who is the Huduma Kenya CEO. Karibu sana.
Asante
It's
sana.
been a minute since we last saw each other.
Sure.
How are you doing?
I've been well, and you?
I'm great.
All right, good.
Let's get into this conversation, and I want to start with you, Madam Kaleche. This partnership, what was the primary inspiration behind moving now KBC's presence into the heartbeat of Huduma centers?
That's a good question. Honestly, a grandmother from Marsabit. Now, this lady had come to KBC after having traveled 2 days to reach our offices.
Yes.
The son had died. She came tired, grieving. And when I was walking, I met her. And she had come to place a funeral announcement. And the first thing she asked me, why don't you people come to ask? That stayed with me. It was touching. And then in one of my management meetings, I asked our staff, where do Kenyans go when they need to get something from their government? And the answer was Huduma Kenya. Now, when you think of Huduma Kenya, every day 30,000 Kenyans go to Huduma Center, either to get services, to get their birth certificate, to get their IDs, to get their passport. And I realized that KBC was expecting people to come to them instead of taking KBC to Huduma Center. So we flipped the script and we decided to take KBC to Huduma Center. KBC now owns physical presence where the Kenya biggest traffic ecosystem, biggest government traffic ecosystem is.
Yes.
And that was the beginning
of that.
Yeah.
That was quite a wake-up call, actually, so to speak. Ben, when you look at this partnership, you know, Huduma centers have always been a one-stop shop for all government services. How will they enhance the experience for a citizen coming for an ID, say, or even a driving license or a passport, or a person who is applying for a passport?
Thank you, Mike, and thank you for inviting me for
Karibu sana.
this show, Good Morning Kenyans. Huduma is a one-stop shop, born 13 years ago, now with footprint in 59 centers across the country.
Yes.
And the reason was to take services closer to Mwananchi in compliance with the constitutions, Constitution of Kenya, 2010, Article 6, 10, 175, 232, all about service delivery, devolving services, and giving quality services to Kenyans. Now, all those you mentioned, those are government services that are a right to Kenyans. And also, not only a right, but they're supposed to receive them in a dignified manner. Now, all these services you mentioned were being offered in various spots within the ministry, departments, agencies, and even counties. Now, what did Huduma Kenya program do? They brought all those services in one place, the one-stop shop. So the experience will now change, where you needed to go to NTSA to get a driver's license. You needed to go to NRB to obtain your national ID, to the birth certificate, CRS to get a birth certificate. Now you come to a Huduma center and you are able to access all those services, and now very soon, including the services of Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. Does
Very
that one sound good?
Yes. It has to be. And you know, Madam Kaleche, when you talk about the Kenyan media landscape, you can never fail to mention KBC because we are the greatest of all time. Now, when we move our services, our presence into the Huduma centers, how does that now help ourselves to reclaim our brand in a space where there's competition within the digital space?
Oh, that's a good question. Now, look, being the GOAT, as you call it, the greatest of all,
Of course.
means nothing if you're a sleeping giant.
Yeah.
And why I say that if people cannot reach you, then you're not doing anything. Every media house right now, they are all competing for attention online. But let's be honest, digital excludes people. Think of the Mama Mboga, think of the Boda guy who does not have 4K, who does not have the bundles, who is not able to streams. And those people go to Huduma Center to get services, either to get their IDs, to get their passports, you know, all the services that are offered. What Huduma Center does for KBC is give us physical presence in a digital age. And by that, when we place ourselves at KBC, we're saying that KBC is for everyone, not just for the connected few. Now, KBC, that means that KBC is for the hustler. That person, His Excellency, the President, keeps on talking about in the bottom-up transformation agenda.
Yes.
And for us, that's how you become good. Yeah.
That's how you reach the people at the lowest level.
Yes, without excluding everyone. We are putting ourselves where ordinary Kenyans are. For us, that's how we become good.
Yeah, because I'm looking at a person where, you know, I've gone to places where reception of media is quite low, and the only station they are watching is KBC.
There you go.
So you're reaching to that person who is at that place.
We are showing up. We are showing up. We're becoming presence.
Excellent.
Just embedding them into their ordinary lives, and that's why they are in Huduma Center.
Yes.
That's where you get them.
Ben, when you look at this partnership, how does integrating KBC services now within Huduma Centers support your mandate of bringing government services closer to Mwananchi?
Our main mandate, Mike, was to bring services closer to Mwananchi. How do we do that? We ensure that as many as public services offered by the various MDAs are onboarded on Huduma Center. And every single day, an extra MDA on board the service on Huduma Center. That's celebration to Huduma because we are edging to our dream. We are trying to get closer to our dream that all government services will one day be on board Huduma service, so that when you come to a Huduma Center, you are able to access any service. And we are so much excited to start hosting Huduma, hosting KBC in our platforms. That is the Huduma Centers, the Huduma Contact and Telecounseling Center, and even Huduma Mashinani. Very many people today wonder, how do I get to place my advert in KBC? They hear over the radio, death announcements, over the radio, many other announcements, and they wonder. And as the MD said, KBC is one of the hustler broadcasting houses where it has footprints across the country. And people wonder. So today, when they'll be able to walk in a Huduma Center and can see that there's a desk for KBC and they are capable of placing their adverts there, their announcements, I think we shall meet not only the mandate of Huduma Kenya, but also the constitution of Kenya requires that we take services, government services, closer to the people. I think, Madam, there you are. you've met that constitutional requirement.
And also, I'm thinking about a student who is in a college somewhere, and maybe they want to apply for attachment or internship at KBC. Will that be catered for from that center?
All services. We'll be able to offer all services, from funeral announcements, matangazo, even story ideas. If at all we have a citizen who has a story idea, because you see, what's been happening, especially, and I'll go back to now, news gathering, apart from the advertisement. Let's say somebody walks in with a story idea.
Yes.
They will come, give us the story idea, and we'll be able to log that into our system. Pitch it, it goes to the editorial desk. They verify it, using very simple verification tools. And then if at all it's credible, we air it and give them credit to the person who did that. So apart from advertisement, there are all these other services we are offering. Now, our presence in Huduma Center means that we have a permanent ear to the ground. I mean, with the content business. Every citizen who walks and talks to us, if there's a problem about water in their village, if their local dispensary does not have medicine, this information goes straight here to the newsroom. And from there, we are able to form part of that our content strategy. So for us, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than matangazo. It's also offering other services to the people, having a permanent ear to the ground.
That actually changes the way we do news gathering at the grassroots level. People get to tell their stories, and once verified it's correct, it's true, it's factual, it goes on air. That's very interesting.
And Mike,
yes,
adding to what Agnes mentioned, basically by devolving KBC services to Huduma centers, you've moved KBC right to where the Huduma center is, because that officer sitting behind that desk for KBC in Marsabit is representing Madam CEO there. So any service that you are supposed to get from KBC either can be offered there, or it will be a connection to the back office, because we will always have a service leader waiting to support the Huduma centers. So if it's an issue that needs to be connected to another responsible officer at the headquarters, that will be done. And that person will get support there. So about the variety of services that this desk will offer the whole portfolio of KBC services as a representative office in all our Huduma centers.
And how does that enhance customer experience? For a Kenyan who now can access that Kenya Broadcasting Corporation in a place they never thought it would reach, the Huduma Center.
You see, it's about customer service experience that Huduma was created. And this is an aspect where a customer, not only will he be able to obtain other services within the center, he'll also now be able to access KBC services. But that's not only the fact about Huduma centers. We have what we call the customer service excellence. Okay? We not only offer government services, but we offer them with excellence. The experience there is different. Okay? And that's why so many people will prefer coming to get their services from Huduma centers rather than going to the back office. Because apart from the convenience of having all the services under one roof, our officers offer these services with dignity, with respect, and anytime they walk out with a smile, all our customers. And that's our principle.
Yes.
We offer an experience, not only a service. And may I say that people will not forget the experience you made them, how you made them feel Whatever you say to them, whatever you do to them, they might forget. But how you make them feel. And that's why people always coming back to Huduma centers despite the digital era, because they believe some of them need to be supported to access the digital platforms.
Yeah.
And that's why we still exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you put it very correctly. The experience is the one that speaks to the person. Yeah. Now, Madam Kaleche, now, when you look at all this, how does this partnership help KBC better represent the voice of the ordinary Kenyan who is visiting Huduma centers daily?
Let me tell you the painful truth.
Yes.
For decades, KBC was viewed as very distant, very rigid, the mouthpiece of the government. We are changing that. Now, that perception did not come from nowhere. It came from somewhere. We were distant, we were formal, we spoke to Kenyans, not with them. The Huduma Center desk changes that because it forces us to listen. Having that permanent ear to the ground. Now we sit in the same roof where Kenyans come to solve their problems. We hear their struggles, we hear their, their hopes, their complaint, and that forms part of our content strategy. For us, it's about representation, which means present. We cannot represent people who you do not talk with them, not to them, every single day. And for us, that's a win.
A very big win. You've said something very profound, speaking with them, not to them. That is going to change.
Yeah. We were distanced very, very. Unajua, hiyo ni serikali. Not for the people. But here we are standing by taking KBC to Huduma Center.
Yeah.
We have that permanent ear to the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, yes.
So you can imagine the information we receive about Kenyans, what they are going through, which again, I said, it comes back to the newsroom. Now the editors look at the reports, because I'm sure we'll be getting reports.
Yes.
And that also forms part of our content strategy.
Yes.
That is representation.
Because KBC will be telling stories that hitherto now would not have been told.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Ben, when you look at this collaboration, the long-term impact, what do you envision this partnership between Huduma Kenya and KBC having on, what impact will it have on public service delivery within the country?
I'm looking at it enhancing the level of service delivery even within our Huduma platforms. The role of media is oversight. Okay? We shall be having oversight rights in our Huduma centers where anything can be reported within, or anything happening within the Huduma center can be reported. But beside that, you can imagine now, we will have an immediately window to media, right sitting in our Huduma centers. Instead of us having to look for other media houses, broadcaster number one is sitting in our center. So you can imagine the future is very promising with the onboarding of KBC, courtesy of the role they play in society in terms of oversight, but also the window it will give us where we shall be able to easily communicate to Kenyans because we are sitting next to them. I think that's one of the key MDAs we've ever onboarded in the history of Huduma.
Yes.
Yes.
How does this now partnership align with KBC's greatness, rebranding, and modernization strategy?
Rebranding. Rebranding, when you think rebranding, you start thinking of fancy logos and, all those slogans. But for me, that rebranding and modernization does not mean new cameras or even digital transmission. It means being accessible. You may have a modern broadcaster, but if people cannot reach you, that means you're expensive. So for us, it means trust. If at all, and you know, that's the hardest thing. Trust is not bought by anyone. By being present, by listening, by acting on feedback. And you know, Huduma partnership is one of the most visible signs that we are rebranding. Why? And the fact that we are changing, it means KBC is not sitting here on Hadrithuk Road. We are going back to the people, where our citizens are, where our citizens goes to service. And for me, if KBC is in your hood, offering that services, if that Mama Mboga tunes into KBC because they believe the stories they hear about, the news they hear about KBC, if that young man you talked about who's looking for a job or internship goes to Huduma Center because they believe the services they'll offer and they'll be able to access those internship opportunity, that means trust. It means rebranding with humility. And for me, that's a win.
Yeah, that's very interesting, actually, when you look at it from that perspective. Because when you mention branding, sometimes it's all about new studios, new equipment, new logos, new slogans, and all that. That is quite a profound. Ben, when you look at all this matter, and I'm intrigued here, can we expect a Huduma news segment for information desks where KBC helps explain the government services and opportunities to the public?
Yeah, come again?
Can we expect Huduma Center, Huduma News, where, like a segment where KBC gives information regarding government services to the public?
For sure. And that's my dream, to take this relationship to a higher stage.
Yes.
Today we occupy a Huduma Kenya in my gov. Huduma Corner in my gov. That is the print.
Yes.
Government print newspaper. Okay? Now, our next now is to have our Huduma news airtime dedicated, or any form of collaboration in terms of now the electronic media, where we can come in and have an opportunity to be sharing something about Huduma Kenya and how we are offering services to Kenyans. I think that is the next growth. We are looking towards enhancing information towards information to Kenyans, because you know, as I've said, that it's KBC that is reaching all corners.
Yes.
Today we have all the social media platforms as our avenues to communicate to Kenyans. Yeah. But we know the electronic media, it's only KBC that we can make use of. So I'm looking forward to that opportunity, to have that dedicated opportunity and time that we can start sharing about Huduma to Kenyans through KBC.
And Madam, are there plans to roll out KBC desks across all the 59 Huduma centers across the country?
Yes, there is, and I'll give you a timeline. We're looking at the next 12 months. We are starting with Makadara, and step by step we'll refine our processes and roll out across the country. We're looking at having presence in the 59 Huduma centers. So in 12 months' time, we should be everywhere.
Throughout the country? Throughout
the country.
That is
we are doing it step by step because we want to get it right.
Yes.
Because when you look at each center, it has different needs. And desk are step one, and I'm glad you talked about, you know, having a broadcast section in Huduma Center. Studios are a step two. And lastly, as we continue to, you know, refine our processes.
Indeed. You know, we are bringing the national broadcaster right into your doorstep, and that is a conversation we are having right here on Good Morning Kenya. We shall continue with it after this short break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Good Morning Kenya. You're still watching KBC Channel 1, and we are talking about how we can bring the national broadcaster right into your doorstep. Now, when you look at commercialization of our services as a broadcaster, how will this office help in that, such in matters like licensing or advertising for SMEs?
This is where the partnership becomes economically powerful. And why am I saying that? Because before, a client would walk into Harithuku Road,
Yes.
now look for the salesperson, book an advert, negotiate rates, and then make payment. For some of them, it was really intimidating, like the Jowakali artisan. And not forgetting the costs they would spend coming to Harithuku Road, time wasted on travel, and also the money factor of it. Now, the same business person would walk into a Huduma center, sit at our desk, book the advert, clear pricing, pay through eCitizen, and there, have their ad run the same day. What does that do for KBC? It opened up a new revenue streams, especially on SME, who could not access us, but they could access Huduma Center. That's a market we never truly accessed because we were too far away, honestly speaking. So, and what does this do for SME? It means that their products also get a national coverage. And for us, that's hustler economy.
Yeah.
It's enabling commerce.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you look at matters of access to information, Ben, how does this partnership now help reduce the information gap that some citizens may have when accessing or seeking government services?
Mike, this is definitely going to be a game changer in terms of information gaps.
Yes.
And this is a testament that now Kenyans are able to easily get information right at their doorsteps.
Yes.
As we move on with this collaboration, Kenyans will be readily, KBC will be readily available for all Kenyans through our Huduma centers, where they'll be able to communicate to KBC through the Huduma centers. Besides that, we have a counter support of KBC, and we shall be passing information of KBC through our platforms, the social media platforms, informing Kenyans that they can now access services of KBC in our Huduma centers. We have a very, very huge following, because one of the things that we will have to do is to ensure that we are able to tell Kenyans that now KBC is on board Huduma platform. So we are very much aware of the issues of information gaps. We need to ensure that that information is out there so that we take full advantage of the presence of KBC in our platforms. So I can assure you the desk, madam, in a very short period, it's going to be very, very busy, because people will appreciate that now this information, these services for KBC are now available in Huduma centers. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Madam Kaleche, does this now signal a shift in, does it gravitate towards citizen journalism being integrated into a main broadcast content?
Yes, it does, but with a rule. We verify first. We verify, because that's very important. We believe citizens see things differently from journalists.
Yes.
If somebody, posts a video that is from the original source, we want your stories. I think we are telling Kenyans we want your stories. We want their photos. We want to know what's happening in their communities. But then there's a rider. We'll not just broadcast anything. We will verify. And if it's true, we'll broadcast it the same day.
Yeah. And are there metrics that will be used to measure success of this office in terms of viewer engagement?
Yeah, of course. We look at 3 simple things. First, how many people walk into our desks and what service are they getting? Is it advertisements? Is it funeral announcement? Is it stories? We count that. And secondly, how many citizen tips are we getting from the public and how many of those translate into stories? Our target is 1 to 3. For every story tip we get, if one translates into a story, then that's a success. And thirdly, how fast we respond to, complaints. Someone gives a feedback in complaint. Our target is 48 hours. So we're measuring that.
Okay.
Yeah. In addition to, to that, Micah, we have a very robust system of evaluating the metrics or the performance of our MDAs in our platforms. So as soon as you're on board, we will be able to give you the traffic, the daily traffic of Kenyans coming to the desk. We will be giving the complaints and compliments that come to your desk, and we'll be having meetings to discuss some of these. So we will be able to support KBC in terms of how we able to look at the feedback and take advantage of that feedback to improve the services of KBC to Kenyans. So there we are set to go.
Very important.
Yeah.
As the head of Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, what is the symbolic importance of this partnership being housed under the same roof as other vital government services?
For us, it means everything. For the first time, we are not an outsider. We are inside the government. For a long time, citizens saw KBC as separate from their daily struggles, a place that talked about them, but like I said, not with them. That relationship was very, very intimidating. Unfortunately, all government offices are perceived, not warmth, no conversation. Now we are under the same roof where you get your passport, where you get your IDs, where you get your birth certificate. When you come to solve problems with the government now, and you're telling people KBC is there not just to process you, but also to listen to you. For us, that changes the relationship. It says we are on the public side and we are here to help you, not to talk to you.
Yes, to speak with you, Pia. Yeah. As we come to a close, what is your message to Kenyans, Bwana Ben?
Let me take this opportunity first to thank you, Kenyans, for showing a lot of confidence in the services that are offered by Huduma centers. And I want to assure Kenyans as a parting shot that Huduma Kenya will continue to exercise its mandate with the efficiency we've ever been doing, and also we are listening to their feedback so that we can improve services to meet their requirements. The government is addressing the challenges that have been raised through the feedback that they've been giving us, including the turnaround of some of the services that we still have in we offer in Huduma centers. There are some services that we feel and Kenyans have felt that take longer than they should. We are working on re-engineering those services to ensure that we are offering these services at a very short time to meet their expectations. So we are here, Kenyans, to serve you. We are here, Kenyans, to ensure that we serve you with the dignity, but also we ensure that you get this service and leave an impression and experience that will make you come back again to get service from Huduma centers and any other platform that we run within our program. Yeah.
One more thing, how soon are we going to see KBC desk operational at Huduma centers?
We are looking forward to launching this service tomorrow. So from tomorrow, we are looking at launching the first desk of KBC in our Huduma centers, and I think the rest will roll in a very, very short period, as the MD has just mentioned.
Very important.
Yeah.
Finally, two things, and I'll take this as your closing remarks. Your long-term vision for the national broadcaster-citizen relationship through this initiative, and also I think it will be good to tell the citizens or the viewers who are watching KBC today what we offer in terms of services, terrestrial reach, and also news.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, my dream is simple but quite ambitious. A KBC that is everywhere, for everyone, and always within reach. The Huduma Center is our first step.
Yes.
Step 2 is making it possible to access all our services, you know, in terms of funeral announcement, advertisement, digital services through eCitizen on all our other platforms. Step 3, and this is my big dream, is to have a studio in every Huduma Center, a KBC studio. A booth where you can walk in, record your announcement or even a story, and we broadcast it the same day. But the real goal, like I said, it's trust. I want a Kenya where a mother will tune into KBC and listen and believe what she hears. A young Kenyan applied for a job knows that I can get accurate information from KBC. Or even where a business owner, you know, believes our platforms will be able to deliver results.
Yes.
That trust is building one interaction at a time, and that's my ambition and dream for KBC. Yeah.
And in terms of services, terrestrial reach, and programs and news, what do we offer to the people?
From news and current affair programming, we offer, I mean, apart from the news angle, we offer advertisement, we offer digital services. If you have a radio station, we can host your radio station or TV station on our Signal platform. Apart all other services, so KBC is huge. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now that Mwananchi anajua sasa, we are not just coming to you, we are coming to be with you.
And before I close, I want to thank the CEO of Huduma Center. When we came up with this idea, you did not laugh at us. You believed us, and you said, let's figure it out. And through this success, our success is our success. So we are very, truly grateful. Yeah.
I'm also grateful to you for making time to just come and talk about this important step for the national broadcaster and also Huduma Kenya. I have been speaking to Kenya Broadcasting Corporation Managing Director Agnes Kaleche, and also Ben Kaichilumo, who is the CEO Huduma Kenya. This conversation ends now, but do not go too far. We are having Women at the Forefront up next. Stay with us.